Hello guys, so today we are going to see oogenesis. What is oogenesis and the formation of ovum cell? So oogenesis means the formation of ova and genesis means the formation. The formation of ova, we also say egg cell or ovum. Okay, all three. So we are going to see how is the formation of ovum take place from the oogonium cell. So very first we are going to see how oogonium cell will form. As we all know that after fertilization on the second week, the formation of primordial germ cell from epiblast cell. Okay, so this will happen on the second week after fertilization. Okay, after fertilization this is going to form the primordial germ cell from the epiblast cell. So what is this epiblast? Before embryo is going to implant, the phase of embryo is known as blastocyst. So blastocyst having two types of cell. One is outer cell mass, second one is inner cell mass. So outer cell mass is known as trophoblast. Trophoblast is of two types, cytotrophoblast and syncytotrophoblast. And the inner cell mass is also known as embryoblast, and this is also two types, epiblast and hypoblast. So here the primordial germ cell is responsible by the from the formation of epiblast cell. Okay, this is the inner cell mass, or you can say the embryoblast cell. Okay, so the character of primordial germ cell is it is pluripotent cell. Pluripotent cell. What is the meaning of pluripotent cell? Pluripotent cell means it has ability to form all three germs layer: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So all three germs layer it can form. So that's why we classify primordial germ cell is a type of pluripotent cell. So this primordial germ cell is going to form on the second week after the fertilization. As we all know that second week is the time of pre-embryonic phase. So we are going to see how this primordial germ cell help in the formation of gonads. So as we all know that what is gonads, because gonads is only going to responsible for the formation of gametes. So on the second week, primordial germ cell is migrate to the endodermal wall of yolk sac. This will happen on the fourth week, and after fourth week or till the fifth week, the formation of ovary takes place. So this is a process. But how is oogonium cell will form? So the remaining primordial germ cell, please do remember, remaining primordial germ cell is going to form oogonium, and this will happen within 3 months of pregnancy. Okay, this will happen within 3 months of pregnancy. So after the remaining primordial germ cell going to form to oogonium cell, and from here the oogonous start. Okay, so till the 3 months all the remaining primordial germ cell is going to form oogonium cell. So this oogonium cell formed till 3 months after pregnancy going to have mitosis, and after mitosis oogonium cell will form primary oocytes. Primary sites. So how many chromosomes are present in the oogonium cell? Here it is 46 chromosomes. Okay, 46 N chromosomes. And how many chromosomes in the primary oocyte? It is same, 46 only. 46 N chromosomes. After that, in this primary oocyte, the meiosis will take place. What is going to take place? Meiosis. So as we all know that there is 2 steps of meiosis, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, and meiosis is known as reductional division. Okay, so here the chromosomes number is going to be half. So this first meiosis 1 will take place, and in meiosis 1 we know that 4 steps is there: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. So this primary oocytes till it form till prophase. Okay, it go till the prophase, and in prophase there is 5 phases: liptotin, zygotin, pectin, diplotin and dikinesis. So it will go till the dikinesis, diplotin, not dikinesis. Diplotin, and it will go till it is going to be in arrest. Okay, for how many periods it is going to arrest? Till puberty. So till the age of 13 it is going to be in arrest form. Okay, so basically this all oogonium cell which is formed from the primordial germ cell, it's going to be in the prophase arrest till the months of 5 to 7. Okay, till 5 to 7 months. After the puberty will start, again it is going to continue, and the meiosis 1 will complete. After meiosis 1 completed, the primary oocyte is going to form secondary oocyte. So primary oocyte is going to form secondary oocyte after the completions of meiosis 1, and then in secondary oocytes the meiosis 2 will occur. So we all know that meiosis 2 is same as mitosis. And please do remember, here the secondary oocyte have here the secondary oocyte have half number of chromosomes, so that is 23 chromosomes, because it's a reductional division. Okay, after that in secondary oocytes the meiosis 2 will occur, and in meiosis 2, same as meiosis 1, there is 4 phase: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. So it is going to be in metaphase arrest. But for till when it is going to be in metaphase arrest? Only for 24 hours. Only for 24 hours. Okay, so what will happen after 24 hours? If in 24 hours this secondary oocytes, if it will get sperm, okay, if it will get sperm, so it is going to form ovum, and if this secondary oocyte is not going to get sperm, then it is going to form corpus luteum. And it persists for another 14 days and form corpus albicans. I am going to write here. It's going to form corpus albicans, and this corpus albicans is known as white scars. Okay, so this much was there in oogonium, oogenesis, and next video I'm going to make on spermatogenesis. So thank you so much. Please read each and every step. If you have any questions, any query, you can ask me in the comment box. Thank you so much.